How's it going, everybody? Adrian Simple here from The Gaming Observer for Sunday, September 1st, 2019, thegamingobserver.com for a transcript. A ton of really good games here came out in the last week, and it's about time that we take a look at them. Here are the top 5 in a jam-packed week. We've got to start with the newest game from Remedy called Control. It was published by 505 Games. I am super excited to play this one day. I was a big fan of both Alan Wake and Quantum Break. And much like the latter, Control's combat system is a hybrid of both gunfights and supernatural abilities. EGM says that it's not just that which makes it so satisfying, it's also the way that the environment reacts to the situation. You can basically interact with anything that you come across, including the walls themselves, which I think is really cool. The entire game takes place in a carefully arranged office bureau, and you slowly uncover the evil plots and unusual horrors that are contained within. Reviewers are absolutely in love with the environment, in love with the combat, and in love with the visuals, especially the ray tracing that's just been introduced. And actually an insane amount of people published reviews in the first place, and very few of them gave it less than an 8 out of 10. Most of them are 9s though, and we've even got a few perfect scores in there as well. You definitely want to take a look at this one, especially if you like Remedy's other work. Okay, and another game that got insane reviews here is Astral Chain, developed by Platinum Games, published by Nintendo. So here's the thing about Platinum Games, right? Kotaku explains this really well. They are really good at action games. Bayonetta, Nier Automata, just top-tier combat, top-tier action. So that's exactly what you would expect when it comes to Astral Chain. Well, it turns out while it does have that, it also has way more than that. Exploration and investigation take an equivalent role to the combat, and it's all incredibly highly praised. So if you're a fan of their previous work, you're probably going to get something valuable out of this, something unique, so you should give it a shot. WoW Classic had its big launch this week. It's definitely popular, there's no doubt about that, but it's harder to nail down critical reception. I mean, your perception of the game could be so radically different depending on the history that you have with the game. What I am coming across, though, is the newfound focus and frankly reliance on community. The game is apparently not friendly to solo players whatsoever. It's very easy to become overwhelmed by enemies. So you need to have friends or a guild to pair up with through your adventures. And you know what? In some ways, I think that's really great. Any attempt at bringing gamers together in a positive way, it's a win in my book. And I'm not gonna lie, this has me tempted at playing WoW again, but I must resist. We're gonna end it off on a downbeat with 2 games that you should probably be cautious about before you buy it outright. First of all, Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey. This is from the creator of Assassin's Creed, who runs a studio called Panache. Unfortunately, people found it quite clunky and unguided. It hides a lot of its mechanics, so you're often left to your own devices, which in some cases can be good, but most people found this boring. The other game we'll talk about is Blair Witch. Highly anticipated, but pretty neutrally reviewed. People say the horror is fantastic, but the story can be predictable, and sometimes it's tedious to get through. There was pretty much a universal love for the dog companion, though, and I mean, how could you not, right? Either way, if you're thinking about buying those games, make sure you look at gameplay, make sure you look at reviews. Okay, that's going to be all for today. I want to thank you so much for entertaining me on these Sunday shows. I actually have a lot of fun doing them. Let me know if you like it too. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'll be back tomorrow with the news, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.